Hi everyone, myself Swapnali Chowgule from SPNM College of Pharmacy Mahad. Today we will be discuss about the fifth chapter of DSBM is the inventory control. First we will be learn about the part first. The part first include the learning objects are the objectives of inventory control, ABC analysis and weight analysis. First point is the inventory control. What is the inventory control? It is a planned systematic method to determine the inventory to be indented, its quantity to be indented, and stock to keep the purchasing and storing costs the minimum possible without hampering production and sale. The objectives of inventory control. First objective is to reduce the investment in the inventories and avoid a typing up of productive capital. Means to have a regular and uniform supply of material and to reduce the minimize investment in the inventory. And next is to minimize the wastage of raw material during the storage and to minimize the misappropriation of the material. And second point is to minimize the holdups by avoiding stock out of and storage. Means to minimize the theft, to obtain a regular information about the availability of the product, to maintain the control over the maintenance of stock, and to maintain the proper utilization of fund available. Okay. These are the objectives of inventory control. The inventory control having the three techniques. First technique is the ABC analysis, second is the weight analysis and EOQ method. First we will be learn about the ABC analysis. This is the selective analysis based on annual inventory value, which is found out as follows. The number of unit of each or part used during the past year is multiplied by its cost. Then the inventory items are ranked in A, B, C group in order of this annual value. First A items, B items and C items. A items include following points. A items, first point is include, it covers 10% of total inventories. Okay, and B, it covers the 20% of total inventories. And C item contains, it covers the 70% of total inventories. Second point is it consumes about 70% of total budget. It consumes about 20% of total budget. And it consumes about 10% of total budget. A items contains third point, it requires a very strict control. B items contains, it requires a very moderate control. And C items contains, it requires a very loose control. Okay, next point in A items, it requires either a no safety or stock or low safety stock. And B item contains, it requires a low safety stock. And C item contains, it requires a high safety stock. A item contains, it needs a maximum follow-up. And B item contains, it needs periodic follow-up. And C item contains, it needs close follow-up. A item contains, it must be handled by a senior officer. B item contains, it must be handled by the middle management. And C item, it must be handled by any official management. The ABC analysis gives a better control over costly items and it helps in developing scientific method of control. ABC analysis reduces the storage costage and maintain the proper stock of ABC items. These are the advantages of the ABC analysis. Weight analysis. Second method is the weight analysis. It concentrates time's attention up on the essentiality or criticality of the item. Utility-wise, the items are classified into V, means vital items, E means essential items and D means desirable items. V item means which are necessary for the survival of organization, as lungs or kidneys are vital to our lives. Means the lungs and kidney, it is a very important part of the body for the surviving of life. Good care should taken at all stages. First is the forecasting the demand for consumption, determining purchase schedule. Next is the fixation of safety stock and establishing procedure for the receipt and inspection. And E item means which are indispensable or necessary for a running or organization. The following measures should be taken for controlling E items. First is the moderate control. Second is the purchase should be based on rigid requirement. And third is the reasonably strict watch and control. And fourth point is the moderate safety stock should be maintained. And last one point in weight analysis is the desirable means the items which are needed by an organization but do not cast any effect on its performances. The following measures should be taken for the inventory control. There are 4 points. First is the ordinary control measures. Second is the purchase is based on usage estimate. And third one is the control should be exercised by a storekeeper. And fourth point is the safety stock. The weight analysis includes the following points are: this method is mainly used for the spare part. The spare part are to be maintained to avoid a disturbance in the production process arising from the machinery failure. Therefore, the weight analysis is very important for the control the inventory.